The couple has to agree on what they're going to do with whether it's excess money or the lack of money, how they're going to address it, because I can't say that we ever had that. We used to be frustrated but think it's funny that everybody argues about money. Everybody we knew, couples, whether they're married or not, they always argued about money. And back when I was making a lot of money, that was never an issue for us. Once money became an issue, that also contributed to being unhappy and the divorce. Money makes a huge difference. And we just didn't feel it at one point and couldn't understand why other people would argue about money. I'd worked for the same company 18 years. At one point, actually, I worked 2 full-time jobs. And for 9 years, my wife stayed home with the kids when she was young. I did mortgages for Citizens Bank for many, many years, and other banks along the way, and brokers. So yeah, no, I know what to do. It doesn't mean that I made the right decisions. So for many years I did. But then when I went to one full-time job, I expected that to be my career job. And unfortunately, they eliminated my position. I got let go. That created a strain other than other strains on the relationship. And it just became downhill from there. It's been about 2.5 years, and it's been difficult.
Life can throw unexpected shit at you.
Yeah, and I would have been worse off if I didn't make those right decisions in the beginning. I've had to tap after divorce and being unemployed, 401k, which you're never supposed to do, but I still have to put food on the table, get gas, etc. Unfortunately, my kids' 529 plans, but those are things that if I didn't do, I wouldn't have made it this far, and I'm not sure what I would have done. 3 kids and one going off to college, and it's a very difficult time, but it is what it is. And I wish I made more sound financial decisions, and I wish I continued to do the sound financial decisions that I did make. As soon as you get out of college and you start earning money, I like the idea of investing regularly. Take that money out of your paycheck, continue to do it. I used to, the example I was giving you about McDonald's, when I did a dividend reinvestment plan, that was $200 a month. It wasn't a lot of money. I used to call that my girl's wedding fund. There were times that McDonald's reached as much as $60, $70 a share, dropped to 13. I remember my now ex-wife telling me, we need to sell it, get rid of it. And I'm like, no, now's the time we want to continue buying it. And now it's, well over $100 a share. You want to do, the blue chips, the companies that will be there.
Yeah, buy and hold.
Exactly. And you want, obviously, dividend paying stocks. And you want to be, diversified enough that, you're not putting everything in one basket, but that's...
Especially now for millennials, there are high dividend ETFs that are, rather than just one company, they're investing in 100 companies that are all high dividend paying. I think some of them are up in like the 3 or 4%.
And low cost too. Your entry level. And the other thing too is it's now, God, when I started investing, if I wanted to buy, 100 shares of a $5 stock, it cost me literally $75 in commission. True, there was no E-Trade, there was no, Ameritrade, whatever. But at this point, why not do it? You're spending $3 or whatever. I have, invested the right way, put a ton of money into a 401k, made my ex-wife do her 403b, and we built a lot of money. I no longer have any of it. She's still doing, she got half of mine, it has hers. And I also put away for the kids, but unfortunately, times got tough and I had to, I had to eat.
Young couples out there, some people are doing joint accounts when they're just dating. they're not even engaged or married yet, and some folks
I did mortgages for, and even friends. I didn't say this to people I didn't really know, but with friends, they would buy as boyfriend and girlfriend, hey, let's buy a house because we can afford it together. And I always used to caution and say, listen, you understand that if you're no longer boyfriend and girlfriend, the house doesn't care. And there are many times that happened, and it becomes ugly. It really does. And this would be probably the best way to advise it, and I'll look at the camera and say, is that I believe in marriage. I believe in love. I believe in everything that comes with 2 people getting together, creating a family. But maybe each of you should also keep an individual credit card, individual savings outside of what you put joint, just so if something does fall apart, you have something to fall back on. But when I say to do that, I don't mean get your own credit card and rack it up, give it to, a loved one, parents, whoever it may be, and say, hold on to this. And I'm not saying that to be evil and cynical. Like I said, it's not, I believe in love, I believe all that stuff. So It's just that it's something to fall back on, and hopefully that never has to be used, but it's always there in case you need it.